Welcome back. In the last lesson, we finished the layout for the Contact Us section. In this session, we're going to connect that form to the database, add validation on each field, and build the workflow so the submission is saved and the user gets clear feedback. Start on the page in the editor. Select the email input. In the property editor, open the content format drop-down and change it from text to email. This tells Bubble to only accept a value that looks like an email address. Check this input should not be empty, so the email is mandatory. We don't want people filling in our form without adding a valid email address, so these two steps are really useful. Check prevent the enter key from submitting. Bubble treats all the page inputs like one form, so disabling enter helps avoid sending the form before everything else is filled in. If you ever need to make a field read-only, there's also an option called This input is disabled. When you check that, users cannot change the value, but we'll leave everything enabled for this form as we want people to use it. Now select the multi-line message input. In the property editor, check this input should not be empty, so the message is required too. We want people to include a message when they reach out. As this is a multi-line input, it doesn't have a special format like the email input, it's just text. So making it required is how we enforce entry here. Now let's sort out our topic field. We want a list of options rather than letting users type anything. We could add static choices directly in the drop-down here, like option 1, option 2, option 3. Preview this. See how we now have these options in the drop-down, but we'll feed it from an option set, so we define the list once and reuse it anywhere. Delete these static choices. In the editor, go to the left sidebar and select Data. At the top of the Data area, select the Option Sets tab. You can skip this tutorial for now. To add a new option set, type Contact Us topic with capital C, U and T. And press Create. Option sets come with this built-in display value, which is what we'll show in the drop-down caption. Now add the actual options. In New Option, type Support and select Create. In New Option again, type Sales and select Create. In New Option a third time, type General and select Create. You should now see 3 options listed under Contact Us topic, each with a display value matching what you typed. If you ever need to rename these later, you can select Modify Attributes and edit the display text right here and update it. Every drop-down using this option set will reflect the change automatically. Let's wire this to the drop-down on the page. In the left sidebar, select Design to return to the canvas. On the page, select the drop-down topic. In the Property Editor, find Choices Style. Change Choices Style from static choices to dynamic choices. For type of choices, select Contact Us topic. For choices source, select Get an Option, choose Contact Us topic, and All Options. So Bubble pulls the full list of options from the option set. For option caption, select this option's display. That tells Bubble to show the display text for each option in the list. Check. This input should not be empty, so the user must pick one of our allowed topics. Select Preview Open the topic drop-down and you'll see Support, Sales and General, now coming from our option set instead of hard-coded items. Return to the editor. Now we need somewhere to store each submission. Go back to the left sidebar and select Data. At the top, select the Data Types tab. Add a new data type here. Type Contact Us Submission. Then select Create. Once it is created, the fields appear on the right. Select Create a new field. In field name, type Email. In field type, select Text. Press Create. Select Create a new field again. In field name, type Topic. In field type, open the drop-down and select Contact Us Topic. That's the option set we created earlier. Select Create. Select Create a new field once more. In field name, type Message. In field type, select Text. Select Create. You now have 3 new fields: Email, Message and Topic. Return to the page to connect the form to the database. Select the button Send Message. Select Add Workflow. You will now see an event that reads, when button Send Message is clicked. Select this plus sign to add an action. Choose Data, then create a new thing. In Bubble, things are rows in our database. We want to add a new row to our Contact Us submission when someone sends a message. In the Type drop-down, select Contact Us submission. Now we'll map the fields from the form. Select Add All Fields. All the fields will appear for us to wire up. For email, choose Input Email's value. Adding the value tells Bubble we want to refer to the value that has been entered into the input. Without that, the expression is incomplete. For message, choose Multiline Input Messages value. For topic, choose drop-down topics value. Make sure you pick value, not values display. Picking value returns the option set value, which will map to our database as our data type is an option set. Picking values display would return a text value, which will fail to map to our database. The topic field in the database expects the actual option. If you try to save display text there, Bubble will turn the expression red to show the types don't match. When you do need to refer to text instead of an option, you would target values display into a text field. But here we're saving the option itself, so value is correct. Let's test this action. Select Preview. In the email field, type a valid address. In Topic, choose an option. In the message box, type a short note. Notice now that all our inputs are valid. The button becomes clickable. If I remove the email address, the button will become unclickable. Likewise, if I enter an invalid email address, the button is unclickable to prevent forms being submitted with invalid data. I will just correct the email address. Select Send Message. Go back to the editor, open the Data tab and select App Data. Select all Contact Us submissions. You should see your newest row at the top with email, topic and message filled in. Well done. You have successfully created your first row of data from the page. Now we'll improve the user experience. If you look back on the page, you will notice that the information you entered into the form is still there, whereas you would expect it to disappear once you submitted the form. Also, we didn't get any feedback on the page to let us know our message had been sent. Go back to the Workflow tab. Under the Create a New Contact Us Submission step, select the plus button. Choose Element Actions, then Reset Relevant Inputs. Bubble treats the page, inputs as one form, so this clears the email, topic and message fields after a successful submit. Next, we'll add a confirmation using an alert element. Select Design to return to the canvas. In Visual Elements, drag an alert onto the page and place it in Group Container. In the Appearance tab, type, "Thanks, your message has been sent." In the Layout tab, change the horizontal alignment to center. Back in the Appearance tab, check Position the alert at the top. This means the alert banner will show at the top of our page. Go back to the Workflow tab. Under Reset Relevant Inputs, select the plus button. Choose Element Actions, then Show Alert Message. In the Element drop-down, select Alert Thanks. That will show the confirmation after a successful save. Select the plus button under Show Alert. Choose Email, then Send Email. We will add an action so the site admin receives an email when a submission comes in. In the To field, type your email address. In Subject, type New Contact Us submission. In the body, select Insert Dynamic Values. Start typing input. Select Input Email's value for the email. Press Return. Select Insert Dynamic Values. Start typing drop. Select drop-down Topics Values Display. We add the display here because we want to return a text. Press Return. Select Insert Dynamic Data. Start typing multi. Select multi-line messages value. Click outside the box to finish the expression. Let's test this. Select Preview. First, fill all 3 fields correctly. Select Send Message. You should see the success alert at the top and the inputs reset. Let's check our database. a new Contact Us submission row will appear at the top of app data, and you should have received an email to say you have received a new submission with the email address, topic and message in the body of the email. Before we finish, let's protect these records so they aren't publicly visible. In the Data tab, select Privacy. In the left column, select Contact Us Submission, select Define a New Rule. In the rule name, type No Access with an exclamation mark so it's easy to spot. Select Create. In the rule condition box, build the expression Current user is not current user. That condition can never be true, which effectively blocks public access. By default, Bubble grants everyone permission to view data, so as developers we need to understand how to restrict that. In the Everyone Else group below, uncheck View All Fields, uncheck Find in Searches, and uncheck View Attached Files. That locks down the data on the front end. That's the Contact Us form fully connected, validation on the inputs, a topic drop-down powered by an option set, a workflow that creates a Contact Us submission, an alert for confirmations, and privacy rules to prevent public reads. In the next video, we'll move on to the footer and finish the page structure.